Yay! I finally figured it out, or at least for this video anyways. I've rearranged my lighting so it's right there, right there, right there, and right there. And for right now, it seems to work really well. So before I ramble on anymore about how awful my lighting can be, let's go ahead and get into the video. Today I have a review of Bill Bryson's A Walk in the Woods. I finished this about a week ago and have just been really wrapped up in things going on in my life that I haven't been able to take care of a video. Nothing bad, just VBS. If you know anything about that, yeah, you'll know why I haven't been able to do a video. So anyways, I'm a little overdue, but let's see how I can do with this. This is a work in nonfiction, and it tells all about Bill Bryson and his friend Katz as they attempt to walk the entire length of the Appalachian Trail. They begin in Georgia with the end result of hoping to end in Maine at one of the famous mountains. The entire reason Bill Bryson wanted to do this walk was because he had lived in England for 20 years teaching, and when he came back to America he felt very disconnected and figured that doing this and walking through a great bit of the heartland in the original 13 colonies of America would be a good way to reacquaint himself with his homeland. And that kind of works in theory, but the thing about the Appalachian Trail is you're in the woods so much and so cut off from civilization that to a degree you don't really get to see where it's gone and what's been going on. It does certainly put you back into nature and throws you in the whole time, but for getting to see the cities and everything, not nearly as much. This is an excellent book just for hiking, but as well as a travel guide. For every town he does go through, Bryson does an excellent job of telling you a little bit about where he's been, the local history of the town, if there's any fascinating facts about it. One of the things that made this book so enjoyable to read was Bryson's sense of humor, as well as Katz, but really the author, he's a humorist, and he's not a comedian. There is a fine line of difference between humorist and comedian, but it's so funny. There are so many parts in this book that I was just genuinely laughing out loud. It's that good. One of the best, I'll try not to spoil anything for you, but is when Bryson is sleeping in a tent and believes he hears a bear in the camp right next to him, and it's never honestly made clear in the book whether or not what he saw was a bear or maybe something else. But his panic attack is absolutely hilarious. I picked up this book after hearing nothing but good about it from my dad and as well as other people in my family, and obviously it's been one of the New York Times bestsellers, so I knew it had to be pretty good, but it just was never a genre that I'd had much interest in. I actually live pretty close to the Appalachian Trail. Of course, now that I think about it, that doesn't really mean much, considering it's in Georgia all the way to Maine. There are a lot of people that are pretty close to it. But right at the foothills of the mountains of North Carolina, where it's the Appalachian Mountains, so I'm pretty close, and I thought it would be really interesting just to see what the trail is like, and if it's something I would even want to do, not the whole thing, but just sections of one day. And honestly, after reading the book, I don't think I do. I really do love hiking, and there are tons of trails around where I live that I go often, but it's just not something I think I would do. It's different from a day hike is completely different than trying to do any bit of the Appalachian Trail. It's not just something you go for scenic. It's kind of a commitment to either do. You don't just casually do the Appalachian Trail. However, just the hiking experience in general that's described through this book is something I would really like to do. And what I really would plan on doing sometime in my life is, I'm fortunate enough that North Carolina has this thing called the Mountains to the Sea Trail. It's exactly what it sounds like. It starts up in the mountains around Boone, Banner Elk area and goes all the way out to the coast. I really haven't looked up that much about it, so I'm not sure how long it is or how long it's estimated to take, but one day I really want to do it, and this is part of what really motivated me to try and do that someday. All in all, it's a great book. I will give you fair warning though, it does have a pretty fair amount of language, so if it's all done for comedic effect. All the jokes are just done for trying to make light of a very rough situation, but still, it can be a little bit oppressive at times, so if you're easily offended by that or just want to, maybe younger kids want to read this, I don't recommend it for younger kids. I would say 15 and up, it's great, and really no worries, and just to read at your own discretion after that. Probably 4.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it that much and would strongly recommend it to you. I'll put a link down in the description below to link to Amazon so you guys can get it there. Probably your local library will have this just because it was as popular as it is, and honestly you never know. With how many people have read this, a family member probably has one, so it should be pretty easy to get your hands on. That's it for the review today. I'm sorry I haven't done one a little more recently. I'm gonna try and do a couple others back to back, so if you see me wearing the same thing or same lighting, everything, that's why. The lighting probably won't be this perfect in all future videos just because it's a fickle little thing. But anyways, that's it. If you guys like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe, and always remember, reading is the special key to take you where you want to be. Thanks, and God bless. Bye.